Hello everyone, this is Paul with Auto Nucleus, and today we're taking a look at a 2017 Audi A4. So we'll go ahead and take a walk around. So if you're watching this, I'm actually going to list it as a 2018 also, because there's not much that changes from 2017 to 2018. This is actually the premium version, so the only difference from 2017 to 2018 is I believe they only add heated seats as a standard feature. So as far as the engine and anything else as far as performance goes, it's going to be very similar and pretty much almost exactly the same. So we're just doing a walk around right now. Take a look at the grille. Audi's signature grille, which is very aggressive and luxurious looking. It's a little dirty because it's winter right now and a little bit of rain and snow have been getting on this guy, but we'll go ahead and take a look inside after we take a look at the trunk. So I have the key fob here. All you need to do to open the trunk is to push the trunk release button. Just hold it down and you'll see the trunk. So we've got enough space. I've got my camera bag and there's a lunch bag as well. Just give you some points of references. We got some release buttons for some tie downs, it looks like. Not release buttons. Some tie downs in there. Then we'll go ahead and take a look in the back. So again, I'm 5'10", sitting to where my driving position would be. My knees aren't touching. My back's pretty much right against the backs or the seat back. My knees are probably about, I would say about 1.5 inches away from there. So if you're slouching at all, your knees are gonna hit. So again, I'm 5'10". Above, I have about, I don't know, about 1.5 inches or 2 also of headspace, being 5'10". The interior of the cabin, take a look around. Got some nice plastic overlays here with some texture on it. See, got some little space to store your devices. Not really cup holders, but just space to store. No USB charging back here. Your cup holders are actually right here. Let's see if I can remember how to take these out. Let's see, there you go. So they just fold forward. It's not the most luxurious looking thing back here, but it's enough to get your cup in there. These don't really move all that much. So you probably can't fit like a huge bottle, but you can probably just get like a takeout cup. These aren't adjustable. They just they're fixed in place. Alright, so that's pretty much it back here. You got some rear vents. You can adjust the fan speed and also the direction of the fan. Got a little 12-volt cigarette lighter back here for charging if you want to charge that way. But you have a big, huge center hump here. So if you're trying to transport 5 people, 3 in the back, 2 up front, you're going to have trouble with this middle person in the back seat here. So hopefully they don't have any legs, or maybe you can straddle on both sides of this hump. But other than that, you got your standard door with, you get mirror, or your window access, not mirror, and then you get your locks. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look up front. Alright, so we're inside the Audi A4. Here's a look at your driving position, your steering wheel, and your dash. So we'll go ahead and turn it on here. All you need to do is turn it on is to be inside the car, because you have the push to start. So foot on the pedal, your brake pedal, and then go ahead and push the button. So it goes and just starts right up. See the startup screen. This is not a touch screen. To control your infotainment center, you have these nice little dials down here. Again, the thing with the Audi A4 is they don't have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. I believe you can get it as an option in a higher trim level, but this being the Premium, which is the base model for the A4, it does not come standard. So that's a little downside there. So you have a few screens that you can scroll through. So right now it's just your standard miles per hour. And then you have your date, time screen. You have fuel consumption. This is your range based off of how much fuel you'll have in the tank. This is your short-term memory, so it gives you, so it's for your first trip, how long your trip has taken. Your long-term memory, it's basically your trip for however long between gas fill-ups, so you can reset that by just pushing this button here on the steering wheel. You hold that down and it resets. As you can see, over the course of about 4 days, I'm getting about 27 mpg, which is what the EPA is rating on here. I've driven about 30 miles on the highway, and so about 30%, and I didn't see that MPG rating go up that much with 30% highway driving. So it's just something for you to be aware of. This current version is rated at 37 highway for MPG. So your energy consumption, it'll tell you actually what feature of the car is using up the most amount of energy. So right now you can see that saying the air conditioner is the main source of energy consumption. So if you take a look at your RPM gauge, you can see it tops out in red lines at 6,000. And then you have your speedometer over here, and you can set your center screen to replicate what that says. And then to the far right is your gas gauge. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look here at the cup holders. They're kind of in interesting location, I guess I'll say. So have my bottle here. If you, like me, carry a water bottle around, it's going to cover up some of your gauges. So is your selection for your vent selection, and your AC on off, and then your fan speed buttons. So that's, if you carry a bottle like mine, which is a Camelback, pretty standard water bottle, it's going to cover up a lot of those gauges. Here's your temperature selection gauge. So you have 3-zone, you can see 3-zone climate control. So left, right, and rear are your 3 zones. I like these buttons, they feel good and solid. Kind of reminds you of being like a spaceship kind of thing. Not spaceship, or either a spaceship or a jet, airplane jet. So kind of give you that kind of feel. But it's interesting. You have your presets down here, kind of like I was shown earlier. This car actually doesn't have navigation or maps. It comes as an option, but it's interesting that they still label it as such there instead of disabling it. So I remember when I first got in this car, I was like, ooh, let me try some navigation, but it doesn't have that feature available. It actually says it on the front screen when you start up, which is interesting. Alright, as far as that goes, you have another volume knob down here. It's probably more for your passenger because you can control your volume also on the steering wheel. You got your like I said, this is how you control your front dash, and then you have your cruise control down here, and then your light controls over there. This car does have auto stop and start for traffic. Turn that off, you push that button. It's kind of an interesting location. Traction controls back there too, and you could select which driving style as well. So it's comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual, so it's customizable. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, so I keep having to clear my throat. So you got your moonroof up here, Pretty standard size moonroof. You got your moonroof control here. It's kind of standard, nothing new about it. Something I found interesting was these are touch screen lights, or I don't know about screen, but they're touch lights. You just touch it and they turn on and off. Isn't that cool? And then they of course have a button right here. So you can turn it on with the button or by touching it. But if you have them on with the button, you can't touch it to turn it off. So, but it does look like if you touch it while it's on with the button, it'll stay on, which is interesting. Oops, keep pushing that as a button. So, something to keep aware of. You got your garage controls here. You can set 3 car garage doors. And down here, you got your storage. You got some USB charging and your auxiliary button. Doesn't look like you can store all that much in here. Can't go much deeper than that. Nothing under there. It's kind of a small amount of storage, but that's interesting. So you have vents all the way across the front. Not sure if I like it right here, but it is if you like it. I'm gonna turn off the car for right now. And your standard glove box. All right, so that concludes just your walk around of the Audi A4. Again, this is the premium version. I'm going to do a test drive here, so I'll put a link to that right after this video. Please check out that video as well. Again, if this is the only video you're watching, I appreciate you taking the time to watch. I appreciate you just enjoying this video. Please like and subscribe. Again, YouTube has changed their YouTube partner agreement, so in order to maintain YouTube partner status, I need at least 1,000 subscribers. So I'm a newer channel. So if you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that would be a huge help to my channel and just supporting the work we're doing here. So again, this is Paul with Auto Nucleus. God bless and drive safe. And please check out the test drive video right after this one. Thank you.